Happy Wednesday, y'all. We are halfway through the week. It is hump day. I hope you guys have enjoyed your Monday and Tuesday, have completed all of your assignments for Monday and Tuesday, and are rocking and rolling with today's assignments as well. So our extra math lesson for today is going to be multiplying. We're going to multiply with regrouping. So our objective is I will be able to multiply a multi-digit number by a single-digit number with regrouping using the algorithm. We are focusing strictly on the algorithm today. We are not going to use any visual representations. So I hope you guys are on your own practicing those math facts because, again, the stronger you are with those math facts, the easier this work will be. And you want to also have those facts down by the time you get to fifth grade. So let's go ahead and get some practice in. The directions, they tell us to find the product using the algorithm only. This is our introduction. So these are the easiest problems you're actually going to have in today's lesson. So let's go ahead and knock these out because the challenge is going to come later in our guided practice, and then it's going to get even more challenging in your independent practice and your exit ticket. So be ready, have your pencil and paper next to you. You are working through these problems with me. I'm not doing it for you. Again, this is your practice, this is your learning. Making sure you own it, have that pencil and paper next to you. Let's go ahead and get started with 26 times 4. 26 is the larger number, so I'm going to go ahead and put 26 on top times 4 ones, making sure that those 4 ones go in the correct place. Adding my operation symbol there, which is multiplying. Going to continue, start out in my ones place. 4 times 6 is 24. Regrouping my 2. Remember, we don't simply just write 24. We have to regroup those two tens. I'm regrouping the two tens in the tens place. Coming over with my 4, now I'm multiplying in the tens place. 4 times 2 is 8. Don't forget these two tens up top. 4 times 2 is 8, plus that 2 was 10, and now I'm able to write 10. So the product of 26 times 4 is 104. That was a little whack. Sorry. Let me do that circle better. 104. The most important thing when it comes to regrouping is making sure you're regrouping in the correct place value and making sure you don't forget those little extras at the top. We don't multiply the extras at the top. We simply add those extras that are at the top. Let's go ahead over to number 2. Again, one of our easier problems that we're going to see in today's lesson. 126. Now, I want you to notice that they sort of switched it up a little bit, right? They didn't just have your larger number in the front. They actually put the smaller number in the front. So don't get confused by that. You still want your larger number to go at the top of your when you set up your problem. So 126 is the largest number. I'm going to put 126 at the top, adding my multiplication symbol there. I have these 5 ones, even though they switched up the order. I know these are still ones, so those 5 ones are going to come right over underneath that 6 in the ones place. Going on with my math facts, I'm going to go ahead and start in the ones place here. 5 times 6, I know it's 30. My 0 goes here. I regroup those 3 tens. Taking my 5 and multiplying in the tens place. 5 times 2 is 10, plus these 3 tens up top. So 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 13. My 3 tens go there, regroup my 100 in the hundreds place. Now I'm taking my 5 and multiplying in the hundreds place. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. The product of 5 times 126 is 630. So again, starting in the ones place, I am going to take this digit, multiply the ones, multiply the tens, then the hundreds, without forgetting these little guys. I add these little guys to whatever the number is that comes up here. 5 times 2 again was 10, so I added those 3, put my 3 tens there, added that 100. 5 times 1 was 5. Adding that 1, that is how I got 6. Making sure you write as neat as possible. You want your digits to be in the correct place. You don't want to make any mistakes because you're writing too tiny or because you're writing too sloppy. you want to make sure you're able to see those digits and see what step you're at and what you need to do. Make sure you watch the second video for the guided practice, because again, those are going to be way more difficult than these two problems in our introduction.